I remember meeting Donald Trump and introducing him when he came here 6 months ago. Had a big rally. And then about 30 days ago, he was back. I introduced him again and had a little conversation with him. He asked for my endorsement, and yesterday I gave it to him. I like his stance on international. I was head of the DEA in Turkey, the Middle East, Mexico, South America. So I think I know a little about the international problems, and he, even though they say he's just a businessman, I think he knows more about international affairs than the Secretary of State does. And just to show you, I was the top federal drug enforcement official in Turkey, the Middle East, Mexico, Latin America, Texas, Arizona. I don't want to give you my resume, but I say that for a reason. And that's why I really like what Donald Trump is talking about. But I'm here for Donald Trump. First of all, is this great? The United States of America, where anyone or everyone can run for president.
Politics rather than policy, spying on officials. Those are the allegations against Sheriff Joe Arpaio listed in a brand new lawsuit.
Here's why the Flake's attorney says Arpaio might have a bone to pick with the Flakes, or more specifically, Austin's dad, Senator Jeff Flake. First, Arpaio considered running against Senator Flake in 2011. Then, the lawsuit points out Flake publicly criticized the so-called birther movement and Arpaio's investigation into where President Barack Obama was born. The lawsuit says, quote, Arpaio specifically targeted plaintiffs Austin and Logan Flake, partly for the benefit of harming Senator Flake, a politician who had disagreed with him on such issues as immigration and the legitimacy of the president's birth certificate. The allegations get even worse, claiming Arpaio directed his detective to lie to the grand jury, and it says MCSO conducted surveillance on Senator Flake and his wife at their home.
Sheriff Joe Arpaio returns to federal court for his contempt of court trial, and he could get on the stand later today. During a round of hearings back in April, he and his chief deputy admitted that they did indeed violate federal court orders when he allowed his officers to conduct immigration patrols after being ordered to stop them.
I'm here to endorse a great patriot, and it's just easy to endorse him because everything I believe in, he's doing, and he's going to do it when he becomes president. I met Donald 6 months ago in Phoenix, introduced him then. 30 days ago back in Phoenix, introduced him then. And it's my privilege and honor to help him, to endorse him today for President of the United States. So thank you very much.
Joe, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Such an honor. Thank you. Well, I want to thank Sheriff Joe. This is a man, when we talk about borders, this is a man that believes in borders, and getting his endorsement means a lot to me. And he called and he said he'd like to do it. He's actually wanted to do that for quite some time. And we said, let's hold it for a little while because we're looking at the world and we're seeing what's happening. We're seeing a lot of bad things happening. And he's the kind of guy that we want on our team. He's tough, he's strong, and he's smart. And he's done an amazing job. And he's got a great, great following of people that absolutely love him and revere him. And Joe, I would like to really thank you. Come here. Thank you very much. Okay. Questions?
Sheriff needs to go.
Never. That's my response.
African-American leaders say reading through the Department of Justice's 22-page report was a deja vu of the 1960s.
50 years ago, this was happening to African Americans all over the country. The document that was given by the Department of Justice is proof that we have become the Alabama of the 21st century.
They're taking that report as gospel. There's no proof in that report.
The group also accused the sheriff of not showing remorse for the alleged civil rights abuses.
He has been the unapologetic, in-your-face perpetrator.
What should I apologize for? Doing my job?
Even the Reverend Oscar Tillman, who the sheriff says is a friend he helped to raise $19,000 to send children to Washington, D.C., is asking the sheriff to resign.
We'll let the people of Maricopa County decide whether they want to rehire me again.
If you're that serious, Sheriff, step aside and then run again and see if the people put you back.
You're looking at tents. You're looking at the inmates in the tents. They're all convicted, doing their time. They're wearing pink underwear, striped uniforms, and it's 148 degrees here last month.
He is Joe Arpaio, who after 4 terms as the elected sheriff delights at being called America's toughest sheriff.
No regrets.
No regrets.
You can put that in your pipe.